Hey guys, Navitz here. I'm going to talk about Offlane Legion Commander today, and actually this is a really good game for us to check out because I played it and I made a lot of mistakes. So actually this is going to be a replay analysis of the mistakes I made. So we're going to pause a couple times and we're going to figure out what the mistakes I made were. But let's take a look at my lane. I'm going to pause right away and we're going to see what we're dealing with here. We have while I'm paused, I can't do this. We have a Faceless Void who has Time Walk and a Pudge who has Rot. So against a Pudge who has Boots and Rot and a Faceless Void, I am scared. I'm playing this lane scared, and I didn't see this Pudge initially, so I leveled up my Moment of Courage. I thought this Pudge might have been roaming with this matchup, so I actually went with Moment of Courage to trade with this Faceless Void a little bit, get last hits. If I'd known the Pudge was here, I might have gone with overwhelming odds first. So let's take a look at how we have to play this lane. So I'm trying to use creep aggro to bring these creeps to me, but there's a Pudge here, man. This Pudge, he can rot himself away. He can rot himself away at me. Now, one thing to note about Pudge is that he does only have one armor at the moment, where I have two. So I have a little bit of an armor advantage. I do more damage than Pudge, and when he rots, he hurts himself. So I can actually trade with this Pudge, even though he's a little bit faster than me. This is one thing I didn't really consider in the game, and some of my viewers pointed this out, is that I would have been able to actually be a lot more aggressive in this lane. So I play this lane very, very passively because I'm scared. The first item I pick up in my lane, I got Stout Shield to start and 4 Tangos. Really low on regen, because I know I have the Shrine, but still very low on regen for an off lane. But I did manage to get the quick boots, so I feel like I'll be safe against the Pudge Rot. Now let's take a look at this lane. I should be going in for more last hits than I am, but I'm honestly pretty scared. I'm leveled my Moment of Courage right there. I thought I was gonna get 2 creep last hits, and I missed them all. I just didn't judge properly how much damage my overwhelming odds would do. One of those things that's just mechanical error. I got to get used to playing the hero more. Legion Commander is actually really strong. Overwhelming odds is good, but knowing the approximate difference between how much damage it does at levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 is really important. Now I went with overwhelming odds so I would be able to trade in this lane. Right here I should be more aggressive. I know I didn't see the Pudge. I know he has hook though, so I'm assuming he's standing right here waiting to hook me. We're going to take a look at this lane and talk about things that I could have done much better. Now, I'm using my overwhelming odds actually to last hit a lot. I'm using it to last hit a lot when instead of using it to last hit, the way I should have been using overwhelming odds and my press the attack, which I will get next level, is to trade effectively with these 2 melee heroes. I really couldn't have asked for a better lane, and I didn't consider how strong my hero would be in lane. So you see how scared I am. Like, I'm playing back here because I don't know when this Pudge is ever gonna be next to me. Now, this Pudge could be next to me right now. I should still be aggressive because I have the ability to get away from this Pudge and this Void with my overwhelming odds. I should be saving my overwhelming odds for situations where I get hooked. Now what I'm going to do actually instead, I think, is use overwhelming odds on this creep wave soon. I'm using creep aggro to pull these guys closer to me, missing some last hits, getting some here. I know Pudge is waiting for me somewhere. I don't know where. That's why I'm being so passive. But I could have played this lane a lot more aggressively. By the way, this is a 3.7k average game. Used my overwhelming odds there to get 1 last hit, and Void just time walks out of it like he should. That's how Void should play this lane. Every time I use overwhelming odds, I'm not damaging him. I'm using it to get last hits, and that's not very good. I should be using it instead of last hits to, like I said, to escape from this Pudge and to escape from the Void. Now, things I was worried about. I was worried about Void's bash. If Pudge starts routing me and Void bashes me, I think I'm dead. I messed that up there too. Pudge hooks me. I already used my overwhelming odds. I have to waste a press the attack to get away from him. And that was actually pretty scary. I thought I was in some serious trouble there, but now I think I'm just going to wait to get the mana for 1 more overwhelming odds and then go Shrine. I hope I don't die here. And I'm also trying to buy components for my phase boots. So I'm actually scared. This is another instance where I'm really scared. If Void bashes me there, I think I'm dead. And that's just because I didn't Shrine and I wanted to be a little bit greedy. But if I save my overwhelming odds and I go in like that, like even if Pudge hooks me right now, if Pudge was to hook me right now and I overwhelming odds on a group of creeps, it increases my movement speed by let's see, if I get both heroes in it, it's going to be 18%, and if I get a couple of creeps in it, it'll be an additional 3% movement speed per creep. So that's percentage-based movement increase, which is really, really good. So I shouldn't have been worried about losing this lane to these guys, especially against melee carries. You can be really aggressive against these guys, trade with your moment of courage. So the way moment of courage works is if you get attacked by multiple creeps, there's a 25% chance that one of them will trigger your life steal, like max attack speed back attack. So it's like it's an instant attack almost, as quick as you can get to an instant attack. It attacks at maximum attack speed. So I should be using that to right click on heroes, get their creeps to attack me, and trade a little bit, get some life steal. Maybe not against Void so much, but still, yeah, a little bit, because now Void's ahead in this lane. Like, he's got his poor man's shield, he's got power treads, and I only have a stout shield and phase boots. Phase boots do some damage, but Void's stronger than me now. He's good at trading in lane. I'm trying to use moment of courage again to slow down the Void. I'm still getting a decent amount out of this lane. Like, don't get me wrong, this is for an off-lane Legion against a Pudge and a Void. It's not terrible. Like, it's not good considering considering I wasn't being aggressive enough, but it's not terrible. I could have done better, but I definitely could have done much worse as well. We also had other problems in this game with the draft and everything else, but the things I wanted to address are how to play this lane more correctly than what I did. So I didn't play it awfully. I played it extremely safe, extremely reserved. The rest of our team, we had some problems with our composition in our team. I don't know really why I paused. We had some problems with the composition in our team. Like, this Bloodseeker didn't want to take hard carry. Riki first pick, so he ended up being our hard carry, and all this kind of weird jazz that ended up happening. But the only thing I want to look at right now, I don't want to look at this whole game. I just want to look at this lane. So I'm just soaking up experience here, trying to get my level 6. And at this point, it might be too late to trade, but earlier on, I think I could have. So I use overwhelming odds there to get a last hit, damage both of them. I probably could have jumped in and hit Pudge one time. Things like that are really, really important to consider, especially when if I would have clicked on Pudge. I see he's got no regen. Like, if I hit him a couple times, he can't trade with me in lane, because the longer he uses rot, the more likely he's going to have to go back to base to heal without his regen. He'll have to TP somewhere. And the fact that it's a Pudge as well, when I don't see him for extended periods of time, I was calling Pudge missing pretty frequently, but the fact that I don't see him for long periods of time means that he could be in another lane, he could be ganking mid, he could be doing something else. Here I am, I'm using freaking overwhelming odds to last hit on a Void who just time walks all the damage off. So I can't do a lot of damage to Void. I should be looking for Pudge to do that damage on. So I should be trying to trade with Pudge, get him out of lane, and then fighting against Void. And if I would have done that earlier, this lane would have gone much better for me. Again, like I said, I did get something out of this lane. It wasn't absolutely terrible. Especially considering that, you know, there's a Pudge and a Void. Like, these guys have kill potential, you know. But Void does have a lot of last hits, man. Where is it? There he is. He's up there with 47 last hits and 17 denies. So that's nice for him. And Riki shows up now, and I think we're going to get a kill. Yeah. Oh, no. I get the duel off, but then he just got level 6. Hold on. We got to look at that one more time. He just got level 6 there. Wait, one more second. I was looking at Void. I was like, what level is he here? He's 5 right here. Look at this. I was like, Void's level 5. Void's level 5. Let's go on this, Mr. Poopy Butthole. Let's go on this. And Mr. Poopy Butthole's like, okay, I am down. I am down. Watch, watch. One more hit. Gets his 6 right there on that last range creep, and then chronos me. Oh, that was so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. So I think Riki ends up getting a kill because he maxed Blink Strike first before he got Smokescreen at all. Weird idea, but it worked out for him. I don't know if this Alchemist gets a kill here. He's kind of going all out. I didn't realize how many of them ganked at this point. I'm just last hitting here because I know there's not a lot I can do. I have no mana. I need to shrine at some point or go back to base, so I'm just trying to get some of these last hits. I hope they end up killing this Void. I thought they did, but apparently they didn't. Pretty bad for us. And now we're just in lane. So I think that's where I'm just going to cut this video. Just a quick analysis of how I could have played this better. Another thing that I was talking about with Stream a lot that didn't actually happen as much as I thought it did is this Void put 1 point into time dilation instead of 2 points into time lock. And that's another thing I was worried about. I was worried about If Void time dilates me in this lane, it slows me. The slow percentage is 10%. So I'm 10% slower if Void time dilates around me. And that's the thing I was worried about. What some people in my stream explained was I should be saving my mana, have press the attack ready with 1 level in it, have moment of or overwhelming odds ready, like have mana enough to use those. If Pudge hooks me, I can overwhelming odds and get out. If Void time dilates me, I can use moment of courage, or sorry, I can use press the attack to debuff the time dilation slow that Void does on me, and then I can just run away. Or I can press the attack, overwhelming odds, and then run away. Or potentially, if there's 2 heroes there, I could possibly turn that on them and get a kill on the Pudge or something like that. So that's how I should have been playing this lane. I'm going to play another Legion game today, or another couple Legion games today, I hope, if the drafts work out properly. But I would like to play a couple more Legion games so I can get better at laning and trading with Legion Commander. So these are the mistakes I made. You'll also notice that I wasn't very attentive to my safe lane. I don't know if I should have. I kind of gave up on it with our Riki being a safe lane carry. I don't know, I was a little tilted, but that's about it for that laning phase. I won't continue into this anymore. We've gone about 10 minutes. The laning phase ends soon, but there's no more real trading between Void and myself. There's no reason to really look at it anymore at this point, because if we look at it now, we're going to see a lot of information. This is where you should cut off the point of your replay analysis. When you see all these things that you've done early game that you need to correct, there's no point at looking at this part of the game right now. Like, there is a little bit, but right now, if I had done things correctly at the beginning in the laning phase, I would have more last hits, Void would have less, Pudge would be have less experience, they would be out of lane, and we'd just be in a completely different state of the game in this lane right now. I would be able to continue talking about the laning phase now if that was the case, or I could talk about the transitions from there, or the item progression, things of that nature. But since it went so poorly for me, I'm going to look at the things that I need to fix early, so then when we get to that stage, I can, when I do fix those things early, I can take the things that I've learned and apply them and then build upon that, rather than taking a bad start and looking and seeing how I could fix it. Because there are things I can do now, obviously, to do, or to help my team win the game. I need to go in the jungle a little bit. I need to get myself a blink dagger, things of that nature. But there's things that I should have done earlier, and if I would have done those things earlier, we'd be at a much better point in this game. So guys, thank you. Right there, subscribe, twitch.tv/Navitz or youtube.com/Navitz. Both of those are sites that I stream on currently. Hope you guys enjoyed this little informative video on how to play Legion Commander against 2 melees, one of them being a Pudge who will rot and slow your ass. So yes, even against a Pudge, Legion Commander is good because he's got the spells to get away from the rot. So you'll be fine. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Leave any comments if you have anything additional to say about the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have yourselves a nice day. Until next time, guys, peace.